Hey there! So I am going to show you how to do this look today. I hope you guys enjoy. Bye! Hello everyone, Rachel here. Thank you for joining me today. So this video may be a little bit longer because I'm going to go pretty in depth with some new things I've learned about putting on eye makeup and things you can do underneath. So just a little warning, it may be a little bit longer. You can fast forward to different parts if you want to just look to see how I do some eye makeup and things like that. You're welcome to it. So but first of all, yes, I am in my daughter's room today. So she is in our room sleeping today. And so I am going to use her room. So first things first, you want to put up your hair. I have this really cute headband, but my daughter ran off with it and I'm not 100% sure where it may have disappeared off to. So yeah, so there's that. And let's hope my bangs actually kind of obey me today. So get hair out of your face. So first of all, what do I have on? I did cleanse. I did use the normal to dry formulation of our Time Waste 3D. I have normally pretty normal to dry skin, so it's a little bit drier right now just with it being summer and things like that, but cleansed. And then I did use the pore minimizer, and then I did put on my day moisturizer with SPF 30. So very important there, especially with me being lighter skinned. SPF is very important. And then I also, so here's your first tip. So if you have a little bit of texture under your eyes, which I definitely am starting to get just a little bit, what you can do to not make it look like dried up raisins when you put on your eye makeup is to dab on a little bit of this magic stuff. Let me see if it'll. So this is the oil-free hydrating gel. So you do just the smallest little itty bitty tab of it and you just pat it on and you let it absorb, and then you put on your regular eye cream, which for me was the Time Waste 3D eye cream. And so this magic stuff, I recently learned this and I wish I'd known it longer, but it works so well to keep your makeup from like settling into your lines and things like that. So perfect stuff there. So for my oily girls, when you're at this stage, what I learned is recommended, which I've had a few of my girls try and they've loved it. You just take a microfiber cloth and you just dab. And what that does is that just makes sure that there's nothing sitting on top of your skin. So do that. And then first thing you want to do before you do anything to your makeup is use some finishing spray. So I'm going to shake this up. And so what I'm going to be doing today is going to pretty much guarantee that your foundation isn't going to move. It's going to stay that way all day long. So let that absorb. Okay, do you have my notes right here? Like I said, this is going to be a very in-depth video today. So also oily girls, it is possible to over mattify. So using, you know, like a matte foundation and then doing the finishing spray and then your foundation primer. And then there's a wonderful product, it's called Oil Mattifier. This stuff is awesome, but I will tell you how to correctly use it. So like I was saying, it is possible to over mattify your skin. And so when you do that, your skin goes into overdrive going, oh crap, there's no moisture, oil, like gotta get it out there. So what you can do is don't put this on before, and then going ahead and use some CC cream under your foundation. So that does keep a little bit of moisture on your skin, so it's not going, oh crap, I need to produce a ton of oil. So after you get all of your makeup put on, if you notice, you know, in an hour, whatever, your skin is starting to look a little oily, you take this and you actually put it over your makeup, helps absorb that oil, and you are mattified and you are perfect then. So using this over your makeup is what Miss Lori Hogg recommends, and I have tried it and it is awesome. Like, you don't look shiny, you don't, like, it's great. These and then the oil absorbing tissues that we have are great. The tissues are really, really good, especially if you're at a wedding or some kind of important event. It doesn't take off your makeup, so it just absorbs the oil over your makeup. So pretty cool stuff there. But just a little tidbit there for you guys as well. I'm gonna show you guys, I learned this also when you're putting on your primer. So I have, this was the old liquid foundation brush. So this is what it looks like. Boop, boop. So what you are going to do with this, let me find my primer. That's my eye primer. I have it down here. And I'm gonna try to get this video done before little lady wakes up. So I'm sure if you've seen my other videos, you know she loves to join me. So doing this today without her. So let's hope it goes well. So I'm just using the foundation primer, which this does absorb oil. It also diffuses light, so your fine lines and wrinkles kind of disappear, and it also fills them in so that your foundation doesn't settle into your fine lines. And it also helps cover your pores, so your pores don't look as large, and it acts like a barrier between your makeup and your skin, and it acts like Velcro for your foundation, so your foundation stays longer. So I just use a little bitty bit amount. So I'm going to take the brush and you put it in circular motions, and putting it on with the brush, I have found too, it goes on so much easier, and I can get more coverage because going in the circles, you're filling in like you're making sure you get everywhere. You're not leaving it out. Okay, and you ladies with larger pores like myself, so instead of just going one direction, go both directions, because if you just go one direction, you're only getting half the pore. So make sure you go the other direction to get the full. Voila. I think I'm gonna turn on my air conditioner. Okay, turned on the air conditioner. It's getting a little toasty in here. Okay, so I have my foundation primer on. So what we're gonna do now that do my eye primer, almost forgot. So I have been starting to use the eye primer, and it is wonderful. Now, there are some ladies that might be allergic to the eye primer, and you can just use the face primer up over here. But I am not, and I love the eye primer, so. So there is that. Now, finishing spray again. There we go. Okay. So next thing we're gonna do is curl our eyelashes. So I used to never curl my eyelashes ever. I just was honestly just scared of it. I thought I was gonna take my eyelashes off or whatnot, but no. Actually, it really does help lift and looks beautiful. So I do have our lash curler. So if you can see, it is a nice curve because obviously your eyes are curved. I have seen and I have had friends use ones that are straight across, and doing that, you're only really getting the middle lashes. You're not getting all of your lashes. And one other thing that I love about our lash curler that Miss Lori Hogg does as well is the pad. So the pad on ours, super soft. You're not going to break your eyelashes, which can happen if you're using a harder plastic, like cheaper pad. The more you do it, the more your lashes become brittle, and they can actually break off. So with our pad, your lashes are actually protected, which is awesome. And so what you're going to do what you're gonna do is get up near your lashes, and you're actually gonna walk it out. So I'll show you real quick. And if you're pinching and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, it hurts, take it off, you have skin. So I'm just gonna hold on there for a few seconds and then walk it up. And bonus, so I have actually been using the Lash and Brow Building Serum, and that really has helped me get lashes. Like, my lashes are very light, as you can see. They're very blonde, and they were very thin, and so I started using that serum, and they are so long. Like, they actually touch the end of my glasses. It's just, they are wonderful. Like, if I don't curl them, they touch the end of my lashes, or the end of my glasses. So sometimes I have to pull the glasses out, but stuff is wonderful. Absolutely love it. You use it every night for about 30 days, and then you can just use it a couple times a week after that. So that's what I've been doing. I just use it probably once a week now. I've been doing that for about a month. Okay, so what we want to do is chill out the discoloration on our eyelids. So I will show you how to do that. Super easy. So you are going to take your liquid foundation brush, or you can use a blending sponge, either or. I have my blending sponge, but I didn't get it wet or anything. It needs to be cleaned. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my liquid foundation brush. And you just take a little bit of your foundation. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. And it doesn't take much of this at all. So this is how much I have. Not very much whatsoever. And yes, your lashes will stay curled, if that is something you were wondering. So, voila! Eyes are now evenly colored. And I'm just taking a wipe and wiping off the back of my hand. Don't want to get that everywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you a new little trick that I have learned. This is a wonderful trick I learned from Miss Lori Hogg. So what you do, you take, at least for me, pretty much all eye colors, unless you have really dark eyelashes, you're going to take deep brown eyeliner, which the eyeliner is waterproof, so you're not going to be, it's not going to be running everywhere. But you want to fill in your lash line, and what that's going to do is when you put on your mascara, it's going to make your lashes look longer. And y'all, I have been loving this trick. I do it every time now, and I really wish I had learned this before, but you don't have to like pull up. I'm really just like pushing in right here just to roll it up a little bit. So there is that, and you can already see like filling it in right there. It's gonna look wonderful with the mascara. And so what you can do, and if you get it above, no problem, just take a smudger brush, and a smudger brush, you just smudge it out, and you can pretty much blend it to where it disappears on top of your eyes. So no worries there. So as you can see, I've filled in the line, and it already is looking super fantastic. You can just do this with just mascara, and actually I have done that before, and it looks really good just doing this, and you look like you spent time, do a little bit of the pH lip balm, and boom, you're done. You can also bring it all the way in, which, you know what, I'm gonna experiment today. Let's try that. I usually don't bring it in all the way, but figured why not? Let's try something new. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so another thing that is a huge no-no is not putting it, like, you can do top and bottom or just top. Do not put it just on the bottom. So the only way you can do that is if you do have the false lashes up top. Then you have the volume to be able to just put it on the bottom, but otherwise, girl, no, it does not look super great if you do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually fill in my bottom lash line, just to get it done. And don't worry if it doesn't look perfect, we'll fix it. And no, this is not in the water line, it's actually the lash line. Whew. Looks a little intense without having the rest of the eyes done. And so I have Biscotti, which is right here. It's this very light color. And I'm gonna put that all over my was to do eyes first and then your foundation, and I have absolutely loved doing it this way from here on out. I'm gonna stick to that. So this toffee color, I mean, it is so pretty, it's gorgeous. And I'm going to use that and go a little bit underneath. Here, I'll show you. I'm actually going to go in my crease. So you want to do circle, windshield wiper, circle, windshield wiper. So there we go. Love that toffee color. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now I am going to be doing hazelnut in my crease, and what I'm going to do is not as big, and it's going to be more in the crease, so it's actually going to be below, so you're going to get like a gradient of color. And I am going to be using the, there you go, this is the eye crease brush. And with, so hazelnut is this brown color right here. With these Chroma Fusion colors, you don't have to work and blend them a lot. Just do it a few times and they're happy. And now, the final color, which I am going to be using. Ideally, you would have a clean one. I need to order a few more brushes, but I'm going to get some of that color off, and I'm going to do Dusty Rose next. So that is this pink color right here. It's gorgeous. All these colors are just so pretty. Now I'm going to take just a clean brush and I'm going to blend them out a little bit. Just make sure there's no harsh lines. Okay, so you're going to take the crease brush and we are going to do Cinnabar. Woo! So Cinnabar is this next dark color right here. Just absolutely beautiful brown. So I'm just going to dip it in, take off the excess, and you're going to do it on the outer corner of your eye right here. You want to do it at a diagonal. There's that. Now I'm going to blend that out a little bit. I'm going to just stick with the matte look. I'll show you how to do the shimmer look next time. And we are going to go back to our dark brown eyeliner, and we are going to just go in, give us a little bit of a dramatic flare. So you want to come in from the outside and go in. You don't want to do like a horseshoe shape, but just no. That's a no-go. We're not the 80s anymore. So I'll show you what I mean. You can start on the inside and go through the outside. Just make sure it gets wider as you go out. And now we are going to take the smudger brush, smudge it out a little bit, and then we're going to set it with powder. That's this bad boy right here. Just softens your line so you don't have like super sharp looking lines. Okay, now what color do we want to set it with? Since I'm wearing purple today, let's set it with some Sweet Plum, which is going to be this color right here. So I'm going to take the smudger brush, just gonna pat it on there. And I'll show you a trick too to keep it from, really keep your eyeliner from moving. There. So pretty. And it's all matte. Not the only thing that's shimmer is the sweet plum. Sweet plum is a shimmer. Okay. Now, so yes, with the eyeliner, I did make a special note right here. So you want to angle up and draw down. Like you don't want to do a rainbow, you want to do a horseshoe. So like you saw me doing, coming in from the side, angling down, or if you come in, you can kind of angle it up and out. Cool. To really set the top eyeliner, we're going to take our translucent powder. We're just going to dip it in. So you can see it's getting off all the excess, and you're just going to go in, you're going to tap it on top. So it's really not going to move now. And what you can also do is take the all over eyeshadow brush, so this baby, and you can dip it in and do that as well, and you can just do it your whole eye if you really wanted to just set all of your things. But since I have more matte colors, I'm not super worried about it. If I was doing more shimmer, or if I was doing the liquid eyeshadows, I would probably do that. But today I'm just going to stick to the eyeliner. Smudge out the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to do Dusty Rose right underneath my eyes. And don't worry if it's coming down too far, we'll fix it. No worries. Some hazelnut. And what I'm going to do is take my handy dandy eyeshadow, eyebrow eyeliner brush. I'm going to take the eyeliner side. I'm going to dip it in some Merlot, which is a really pretty matte. I'm actually going to go right in. Because that's going to really tighten that purple. So there we go. That's looking a little intense. We're gonna tone that down a titch. Now mascara. What I am going to do, since I want some Baba Boom lashes today, I'm going to be using my lash primer, my lash intensity, and then the Panorama. So the Panorama is awesome, and I'll explain that in just a second. So I used to not use lash primer. I thought it was unnecessary, but now it just helps your mascara stay longer, helps from fallout, helps your lashes stay curled. And you can use just one mascara if you want, whatever your preference is. I just like the lash intensity, and I want to go for the Baba Boom lashes today with the eyeliner. If I was doing more of a calm down look, I would probably just do the Ultimate Mascara in black brown with some Panorama over top. Just what I do on my normal days. And you're not just painting a fence. You wanna back and forth and up, back and forth and up. And that goes for any mascara you're using. So, I don't know if you see what I'm doing. I'll show you in just a second. The lash intensity wand is special. So, there's short bristles, and long bristles. So yeah, short and long. So the short bristles give you the volume, the long bristles give you the length. So you can tell the difference in the eyes. And then with this Fanorama wand, it has little bristles on the end so you can help fan all that out. So okay, there. Gorgeous. And if you have really watery eyes, so if you take just a smidgen, just a teensy weensy bit of the extra emollient night cream, and you just whoop, right there, that really helps with the teary-eyedness, and you won't be running. So that's nice. And you just want to do a touch and go. You don't want to rub it in. You just touch, leave it alone. Here's another little tip for you guys. If you have really dark under eye circles, like super, super dark, forego the mascara on the bottom because it can actually make your under eyes look darker. So just doing the tops will help with that. So I'm going to do my brows very last, doing them after my foundation and setting all that stuff. So what I'm going to do first is my CC cream. So I'm going to be using the CC cream more as a face concealer than as a foundation, which you can use it as a foundation, like just a very sheer foundation, but today I'm going to do the whole shebang. So I am using the CC cream in very light. Obviously I am almost out. Love this stuff. It does have SPF in it as well. So you're getting SPF from your moisturizer, hopefully, your foundation primer, and then the CC cream. And you just want a very thin layer of the CC cream on. And again, I just put some on the back of my hand. Again, you don't want this one being too thick. This is just more of a face concealer. Help evening out those red spots and things like that. I do have a little bit of a blemish going on, so what I'm actually going to use is the green color correcting stick. My daughter got a hold of it. This is amazing. Actually, I'll use a little bit up here, have a little bit of redness. So you want to use this wherever you have redness. Because if you look at the color wheel, green is the opposite side of red. And so green will cancel out the red. Now I'm going to use my blending brush. And also, depending on what kind of coverage you want, depends on or you can change up your tools. So if you want more full coverage, which that's what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to be using the blending brush. If you want more sheer coverage, use the blending sponge. If you want more of a medium coverage, the liquid foundation brush. So different tools give you different things. I'm going to be using my 3D liquid foundation. This is in Ivory N140, which is darker than my normal color is a C110, but I've gotten a little bit of sun, so excited about that. But it's in the luminous formulation. So the denser the bristles, the more your coverage is going to be. So these bristles are very dense. And as you can see, it does very good coverage. I'm just going to do half my face real quick just so you can see. So I've just done this half so you can see how much coverage that side has. It's gorgeous. wonderful. I love this blending brush. If I'm just doing like my normal day-to-day makeup, I usually use the blending sponge just because I want a more sheer coverage, but I'm actually going to go to town and see people, so I want to do a little bit more today. Got to make a couple deliveries, so not going to look like a swamp demon. I love the amount of coverage this brush does. And just the foundation itself is absolutely wonderful. So voila, there is the foundation. Okay, now, if you need extra coverage and the 3D foundation is just not doing it, what you can do is add a little concealer to it. So like sunspots, age spots, veins, things like that, capillaries, that will help. And that really, especially using the blending brush with that, that's really going to give you really good coverage. So if you, like I said, if you have some age spots, things like that, that will help you immensely. Okay, so now what I am going to do, finishing spray again, but you want to cover up your eyes because you don't want this to get in your eyeballs or on your eye makeup. Okay, now let that sit for just a minute. And here comes helpful hint number 2463. So using under eye corrector and your concealer, y'all, this has been the greatest thing I have learned in a very long time. So what you're going to do, you're going to take a clean cream eyeshadow brush. You're going to use equal parts, so 50-50 of your concealer and your under eye corrector. You're just going to put them on the back of your hand and you're going to mix them together. Feel like a painter. So my concealer color is very light. There are multiple different colors, but I think we're getting the gist of just how light I am. Okay, so I just have it on the back of my hand, just mixy, mixy, mixy. And you want to work your way out. You don't want to go in, because if you push it in, you're going to make your fine lines and texture more obvious. So you start on the inside and you work your way out. And this is where you can clean up any oopsies from your eye makeup. So you can really see the difference. Look at that, beautiness. Okay. Beautiful. And you can also, like if you're doing a cat eye, that's how you can sharpen it up and just make sure there's no funky edges on it, is doing that way. So now what I'm going to do is take my all over eyeshadow brush. I'm going to dip it in my translucent loose powder. So we are not baking. The only thing we bake are cakes and cookies. So You get a little bit of powder on your brush. You're just gonna go in, and this is just setting it. You don't want to bake it. I mean, it's just the tiniest amount on the brush. And as you can see, I was going in to the out. In, out, in, out. You don't go back and forth. Now, we're going to move on to the cheeks. So the rest of the time, this is going to be real fast. We're going to do contour first, which contour used to scare me. I thought it was only for super fancy people. It's not. You got this, girl. Super easy. So you take your cheek brush. So if you look at the bristles, as you can see, they kind of do this number, and that's what you want. So take your finger. So there's an indent. You take your finger, put it in the indent. For me, I'm using Latte Contour, which is the lightest contour that we have. Just put it in there. And you do just your natural cheek indent right there. Just blend, you never blend down, you blend up. Voila. So it just gives you a nice natural look. Now I'm going to do my forehead because I have a 5 head, actually. Okay, all done. Super easy. Now I'm going to go in my highlight, which is going to be the glazed highlight, which is this color right here. You're going to hold it the same way. And I'm going to go like right above my cheekbone and up in a C. And honestly, with the luminous wear, you almost don't even need highlighter. If you want to go down your nose, you can, but we don't want the Peter Pan effect, so hold the end of your nose down. And that gives you a nice highlight on your nose. Do a little bit on the chin. Okay, now we need to choose our cheek color, which, since I went with matte looks today, I think I'm gonna go with Rogue Rose, which is a shimmer. So that's this color right here. Very beautiful color. So for cheek colors, you put your thumb in the indent. Beautiful. Colors are highly pigmented, so it doesn't take much at all. Okay, done with cheek colors. I'm actually going to go in and blend it out a little bit. That Rogue Rose is really bringing out the dusty rose in my eyes. I really like that, actually. Okay, I'm gonna go on to my eyebrows. Super easy. I'm gonna need, well, I guess technically 3 tools. I just brush out my eyebrows, which, as you can see, they are very light. So the first thing I'm going to use is the Dark Blonde Precision Brow Liner that helps fill it in. Oh, little lady just woke up. Almost done. Oh, and she's back out. Okay, a little bit of time. So much better, as you can tell already. And you don't want to be really heavy-handed with this. You want to do just very light little strokes. And eyebrows are sisters, not twins. They want to match exactly. So there is that, which, let's get these a little bit better. Okay, a little bit better there. And make sure they're a little bit more even. There. And this, it actually twists up. So, boop. And the color I'm using is dark blonde in both the eyebrow pencil and then the volumizing brow tint. So I love this brow tint. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know why I say gorgeous. I say that a lot. It is super helpful. And let's see here. It's life proof, humidity proof, has little fibers in it to help volumize, as it says. Honestly, a lot of times I'll just use this. Okay. Now I'm just going to brush it out, make sure they're nice and done. There we go. So, lips. Okay, for lips, I'm going to just use some rosewood. Very nice, matte, neutral color. My daughter got into this as well, apparently. If you want to use lip liner, you can. That is up to you. I didn't. But y'all. Okay. To set with just a little bit of translucent powder. And if you're more of an oily girl, you can do the, so you get a little bit of powder, hold it, and then you do the push and roll. So, if you're a little bit more oily, you can try that. You can see the difference already. Do this side, might as well make them even. Okay, and now to make sure that my makeup really doesn't move, finishing spray, and we are set. Okay. See if the bangs will behave. Might just have to fix those today. I'll put a bobby pin in later. But there you go. Looks really good. Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will see you all later. Bye.